I DJ'd before I was a photographer. My dad owned a club and like DJ'd inside of his club. Photography comes first for me, and it always will. I've always wanted to be a photographer. My parents just were not buying me a camera at all. That was not an option. Or it was, and they would just get me like the most rudimentary camera back in 2005, and not taking any pictures with that. I've been doing photography for 4 years, documenting Buffalo. And right now I'm working on a photo book. This project is solely for my eyes and what I see inside of Buffalo. I've dedicated everything. I've carried this camera around every single day for 4 years. My hands and my forearms and stuff like that are beat to crap, but like I've also low-key built muscle. I don't go to the gym. It's all from me carrying around cameras and taking pictures and climbing fences and doing all this fun stuff. And that's what this book is. It's my true love letter to this city. I tried to dial in what I think and what my vision is of Buffalo. That's why a lot of it's very colorful. I don't shoot a lot of black and white. Every last one of these photos have a story, and the story reigns very true to like who I am and my experience here in Buffalo. I love everything about it. I love the people. I love the food, the architecture, the waterways. I love everything about this city. And I think the city of Buffalo deserves that. And the people that live inside the communities deserve that much love. I use a A7 IV. I put gaff tape on my cameras to make me not look as rich as people might think I am. I have a bag inside of a bag just so I don't look like a photographer. I look like I'm low-key toting like clothes or something like that. And then, water, because I'm always thirsty. $40 to show money, that's what they stole from me. People know the city for like snow and like horrible weather, and then also the bills. The main thing I think that people should know about this city is that it's a city of like good neighbors and like friendly people. Everybody is like kind of looking out for each other because we're all going through the same like struggle and plight. The city will like not like take care of a lot of things, but a lot of the folks will band together and like kind of help each other out. Like every time that there's a snowstorm, I help a lot of the time with shoveling and doing stuff while I'm shooting photos. It's the city of good neighbors. That's like the nickname of our city. It truly is that. I like our food here the most. I'm a big foodie, but from a photography standpoint, there's such a stark differences inside of specific neighborhoods and areas. Crazy Art Deco architecture next to like Victorian houses, next to like brutalist structures. I think that Buffalo cannot just be put into like one category of anything. It's the truest form of a Rust Belt city. There's like a lot of plight here, but then there's a lot of beauty in the mundane. I can take a person to downtown Buffalo and you can see City Hall and you can see Shays, but then what's past that? What's the next levels? What built the city? The grain mills, steel plants, and all these other spaces that in a sense are forgotten. I think these are key things that like explain what Buffalo is. We are in Silo City, standing out front of Monday, which is like a repurposed space that is now turned into a bar. It doesn't look like there's anything happening in there, but there is art exhibits happening inside of there at all times. It did not look like this 6 months ago. Wow. Yeah, it's developing quick. It's like the story of resilience. That's the aesthetic, that's what it is. It's just resilience. People just continuing to push and keep on building and try and do things. Everybody's just trying to make it. Another thing that I always tell people, shooting-wise, lean very heavily into the elements. If it's foggy out, document the fog. If it's snowing out, document the snow. From like a normal photographer standpoint, like if you look at today, like it's like, oh, it's overcast and it's crappy, just lean into it. Because at the end of the day, like that's what's gonna show the truest form of what the city is. I shoot in black and white just because it helps me with like seeing composition and not worrying about color science. And then because I'm shooting raw, I can switch over whenever I need to. That's like a weird thing that I do. It also helps me with like portraiture because like I can see more detail and I'm not focusing on color. I think that all my work is considered street photography. I'm not even a photographer, really. I'm more of a documentarian of this city. Everybody from Buffalo has a specific look. We all wear the same clothes, low-key. Like, we all kind of talk the same. I do the same exact work as I do here throughout all of Rust Belt cities. Tell a deeper story than what everybody else thinks of it. There's ways that we can all just like kind of like see the beauty inside of these spaces. Don't look at the negatives, but look at the positives of what's happening. I'm very real about the issues that I'm documenting. I also show the beauty that's happening inside of this area also. Just go outside. If you have a camera, and you don't have to have anything crazy. I shoot on a 7-year-old A7 IV, but I also shoot on point-and-shoot cameras all the time. I don't believe that your gear should hold you back. Just going outside and just exploring and taking pictures, learning what photography is, learning what composition is. I think that that's like the #1 thing that you should always take from this, and that's what this is for me. I want this to be inspiring to somebody. A lot of people go to downtown Buffalo, but they forget that there's a whole bunch of cool little small neighborhoods like the one that we're in right now, which is Bidwell/Elmwood Village. The Elmwood Village also is like a 5-minute drive from Freedom Park. It's also close to the Peace Bridge. It was historically a space that slaves would launch off to go to Canada for freedom. But yeah, it's a cool space now. During the summertime, there's a whole bunch of guys fishing and live events on Thursdays over there. If you're a photographer, there's a ton of birds that crowd that relative area, so you can do some bird watching, architecture. There's also tons of portrait opportunities if you're into street photography. There's a renaissance happening within the arts, but then also inside multiple other spaces. Within the event space is a perfect example, especially during spring and summer. I always say that St. Patrick's Day is the marker for the beginning of like just the summer and spring. What's coming up, which the next week is Dingus Day, and then we have Juneteenth, we have Pride Festival. There's so many different opportunities to like do stuff. You can always stop by the formerly known Albright Knox, now the AKG. That's a world-renowned art gallery. And then you have the Buffalo History Museum, which is right across the street from there. So there's options to do stuff here. And I think that's like one of the greatest things, that you kind of make your own experience. My main goal with this book, I want for people to feel nostalgic, especially people from Buffalo. I want people to be like, damn, this is my old neighborhood. What this like past 4 years has been for me, it's just been me dialing in how I feel about this city. And I love this city more than any place in this world. And I will never leave. I'll never leave. I always am like, oh, I hate this city, I want to move. But like, then I'm like, let's be real. I'm not going anywhere. And I love it here. No matter what opportunities I have, I'm gonna always live here. It's too good of a city. Everybody here is willing to build together and be something great.